Racing and hunting madden the mind. Rare goods tempt men to do wrong. Therefore, the sage takes care of the belly, not the eye. He prefers what is within to what is without. 13. Welcome disgrace as a pleasant surprise. Prize calamities as your own body. Why should we welcome disgrace as a pleasant surprise? Because a lowly state is a boon. Getting it is a pleasant surprise, and so is losing it. This is why we should welcome disgrace as a pleasant surprise. Why should we prize calamities as our own body? Because our body is the very source of our calamities. If we have no body, what calamities can we have? Hence, only he who is willing to give his body for the sake of the world is fit to be entrusted with the world. Only he who can do it with love is worthy of being the steward of the world. 14. Look at it, but you cannot see it. Its name is formless. Listen to it, but you cannot hear it. Its name is soundless. Grasp it, but you cannot get it. Its name is incorporeal. These three attributes are unfathomable. Therefore they fuse into one. Its upper side is not bright. Its underside is not dim. Continually, the unnameable moves on until it returns beyond the realm of all things. We call it the formless form, the imageless image. We call it the indefinable and unimaginable. Confront it, and you do not see its face. Follow it, and you do not see its back. Yet, equipped with this timeless Tao, you can harness present realities. To know the origins is initiation into the Tao. 15. The ancient adepts of the Tao were subtle and flexible, profound and comprehensive. Their minds were too deep to be fathomed, because they are unfathomable. One can only describe them vaguely by their appearance. Hesitant, like one wading a stream in winter. Timid, like one afraid of his neighbors on all sides. Cautious and courteous, like a guest. Yielding like ice on the point of melting. Simple like an uncarved block. Hollow like a cave. Confused like a muddy pool. And yet who else would quietly and gradually evolve from the muddy to the clear? Who else could slowly but steadily move from the inert to the living? He who keeps the Tao does not want to be full, but precisely because he is never full, he can always remain like a hidden sprout, and does not rush to early ripening. 16. Attain to utmost emptiness. Cling single-heartedly to interior peace. While all things are stirring together, I only contemplate the return. For flourishing as they do, each of them will return to its root. To return to the root is to find peace. To find peace is to fulfill one's destiny. To fulfill one's destiny is to be constant. To know the constant is called insight. understand and embrace all. If one understands and embraces all, one is capable of doing justice. To be just is to be kingly. To be kingly is to be heavenly. To be heavenly is to be one with the Tao. To be one with the Tao is to abide forever. Such a one will be safe and whole, even after the dissolution of his body. 17. The highest type of ruler is one whose existence the people are barely aware. Next comes one whom they love and praise. Next comes one whom they fear. Next comes one whom they despise and defy. When you are lacking faith, others will be unfaithful to you. The sage is self-effacing and scanty of words. When his task is accomplished and things have been completed, all the people will say, "We ourselves have achieved it." 18. When the great Tao was abandoned, there appeared humanity and justice. When intelligence and wit arose, there appeared great hypocrites. When the six relations lost their harmony, there appeared vile pity and paternal kindness. When darkness and disorder began to reign in a kingdom, there appeared the loyal ministers. 19. Drop wisdom, abandon cleverness, and the people will be benefited 100-fold. Drop humanity, abandon justice, and the people will return to their natural affections. Drop shrewdness, abandon sharpness, and robbers and thieves will cease to be. These three are the crisscross of Tao, and are not sufficient in themselves. Therefore, they should be subordinated to a higher principle. See the simple and embrace the primal, diminish the self, and curb the desires. 20. Have done with learning, and you will have no more vexation. How great is the difference between and O? What is the distinction between good and evil? Must I fear what others fear? What abysmal nonsense this is. All men are joyous and beaming, as though feasting upon a sacrificial ox, as though mounting the spring terrace. I alone am placid and give no sign, like a babe which has not yet smiled. I alone am forlorn, as one who has no home to return to. All men have enough to spare. I alone appear to possess nothing. What a fool I am. What a muddled mind I have. All men are bright, bright. I alone am dim, dim. All men are sharp, sharp. I alone am mum, mum. Bland like the ocean, aimless like a wafting gale. All men settle is the Tao. It is something elusive and evasive and elusive, and yet it contains within itself a form, elusive and evasive, and yet it contains within itself a substance, shadowy and dim, and yet it contains within itself a core of vitality. The core of vitality is very real. It contains within itself an unfailing sincerity. Throughout the ages, its name has been preserved. In order to recall the beginning of all things, how do I know the way of all things at the beginning? By what is within me. 22. Bend and you will be whole. Curl and you will be straight. Keep empty and you will be filled. Grow old and you will be renewed. Have little and you will gain. Have much and you will be confused. Therefore, the sage embraces the one and becomes a pattern to all under heaven. He does not make a show of himself, hence he shines. He does not justify himself, hence he becomes known. Does not boast of his ability, hence he gets credit. Does not brandish his success, hence he endures. Does not compete with anyone, hence no one can compete with him. Indeed, the ancient saying, bend and you will remain whole, is no idle word. Nay, if you have really attained wholeness, everything will flock to you. 23. Only simple and quiet words will ripen of themselves, for a whirlwind does not last a whole morning, nor does a sudden shower last a whole day. Who is their author? Heaven and earth. Even heaven and earth cannot make such violent things last long. How much truer is it of the rash endeavors of man? Hence, he who cultivates the Tao is one with the Tao. He who practices virtue is one with virtue, and he who courts after loss is one with loss. To be one with the Tao is to be welcome ascension to the Tao. To be one with virtue is to be a welcome ascension to virtue. To be one with loss is to be a welcome ascension to loss. Deficiency of faith on your part entails faithlessness on the part of others. 24. One tiptoe cannot stand. One astride cannot walk. One who displays himself does not shine. One who justifies himself has no glory. One who boasts of his own ability has no merit. One who parades his own success